Hey One Tree Hill fans, thanks for being here. Welcome back. So I am once again watching before, and then I will listen to the podcast and add my notes. Season 3, Episode 9, How a Resurrection Really Feels. Ooh, the angel of death visiting Peyton in her dream about her other mother soon being dead. And oh, I forgot. Haley gets arrested because Brooke stole the shirt and Haley was wearing it. That's lame. You know, I totally agree with Haley's I want to beat your ass, Brooke, because seriously, I'd feel the same way. Good segue with Nathan being on the phone and being like, you're not getting another dime with me, you'll rot in jail. But it wasn't him, it was Chris. Road trip with Chris Keller. Not my ideal of a good time. And I'm sorry, why couldn't Brooke call her parents? Like, I know it's probably like a production thing, but like seriously, aren't they supposed to have like the most money out of everyone in this situation? And then she's all like, oh, great, you called Lucas. Oh, if he goes under my bed, he'll find all my letters. And I think Peyton said what we were all thinking. Good. Maybe it'd be a good thing for you. Okay, Dan watching the surveillance tape and then saying, oh, that's who tried to kill me. I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot that he was still looking for the person that tried to kill him. I see both sides of it. Luke well, he did pay for Brooke, but he's making her wait 10 minutes. But it's like, yeah, I agree that she did screw with him a lot. And then the whole Chris Keller thing, and that was pretty gross. And I mean, I get that he's angry. I get why he did what he did, you know. Oh God, that song that gets stuck in the cassette of the car. Forgot about that crazy little song. But hey, at least slamming on the brakes knocked the tape out, so they don't have to listen to that. But I swear, it's always something with Chris. There's always some extra addendum to what he really brought you on this road trip for. Oh, we gotta play poker and get the money back. Oh, great. Oh my God. He's like, I thought you lost all the money. I did. This 500's from your dad. He paid me to seduce Haley. Slam on the brakes. I wasn't gonna do it, but at least he hit Chris's head on the dashboard. Oh, Dan. Always finding ways. And where did he get that tape? From the liquor store. And of course it doesn't show who's on the tape. I know who tried to kill him, but I can't remember if that person's on that tape at this particular moment. Oh, I hate that he always I hate people like this that just always find a way to never take responsibility for anything they do. Like, it's just not healthy. Okay, so the whole jail thing, I understood. But, dude, Lucas is acting like Dan in this scenario. He actually called her skanky. Like, excuse me, bro, back it up. You did cheat while you were dating, and I'm glad she told him that. And then he goes, oh, I didn't have feelings for you then. Excuse me? Somebody smack the crap out of him, please. Oh, wow. I totally forgot that this is how Haley found out about Chris renting that Batman costume. The dude at the record place is like talking on the phone to someone about Chris owing that person money. And she's just like, she looks like she just felt like she just threw up a little in her mouth. Like, seriously. I am glad that Haley is the one that really kind of helped Brooke, you know, get out of her funk and focus back on her clothes. I love that they kind of always, like, bounced off each other and helped each other, like, with their lives. Dude, Keller putting up Nathan's car on the poker table, like, what the hell? And then, of course, you know, every time Keller deals, Nathan's winning, so they get onto that, and here comes the fight. I love that Chris can't swim, and that freaks him out, but I love even more that Nathan threw over Chris's beloved guitar, because, I mean, dude, you did put up his car. Of course, Chris lost all the money in the river, and I kind of agree with Nathan. Maybe he should have let him drown. It's spooky out here. Only Chris Keller. I swear, I will agree with the podcast from last week, or a week before last, where they said that the guy who played Chris Keller, he played him in such a way that it was almost endearing. It was infuriatingly endearing. Oh, thank God she didn't really concede. Like, the way they did all of that was so, like, subterfuge, intrigue. Like, what is she doing? Ugh. If anybody else wanted to throw something at their TV when Dan was giving his mayoral speech or his candidacy speech, dude, let this be a lesson in how completely deceptive and slimy and how politicians can completely flip the script and make you think what you see is not somehow true. Brooke's clothesline is so cute. I really wish she had just stayed focused on that and never went back to dealing with Lucas. At least Chris told the truth and got Nathan's car keys back, but I am glad he told him that he kissed Haley, because that would have been messy otherwise. I feel like it was nice seeing Nathan hit Chris a few times, and I'm also glad that Haley realizes that, you know, now that she kissed Chris, and because she just wanted to believe it was Nathan, totally makes sense. Looks like Chris can be a decent guy. Sold his guitar to get Haley's demo. But I do agree with Chris. I wouldn't have kissed her if you had been kissing her, or if you'd start kissing her. I do agree with that. One thing I do agree with what Chris said. Peyton's conscience / angel of death can be a bitch. But you know, one thing she said that rang true. Should Lucas be with me instead of Brooke? Should have listened. Okay, I totally forgot that Lucas went up to Deb while Dan is getting his little victory on for becoming mayor. Ugh. And he's like, here's the last piece of evidence. Here's the card. This might help set you free, because now it shows that he saw her getting into the car. And okay, it's obvious Deb was the one that tried to kill him, which totally makes sense. Okay, I didn't remember Deb just taking off. Didn't remember that. I totally forgot that Peyton did lose the bracelet from Ellie. And that is why her goth conscience is there bugging her. So wait a minute. Who did Deb call? Saying, oh, he knows. And she's leaving? Wasn't she supposed to leave with Nathan? But she's leaving Nathan. I'm confused. Oh my god, I forgot that when Haley asked Nathan if he kissed her on the night of the masquerade, he said, of course I did. And then they kiss, and she says, no, you didn't, because this kiss was way better, but I love you for lying to me. I love the way they did that whole situation. Yes, he asked her to stay with him tonight. She's like, I was hoping you would say that. Daily. Do you think that Nathan asking Haley to stay with him, I mean, yes, we know that it's because, you know, his mom's gone, his dad's the mayor, he's feeling alone. Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that Chris actually left? Oh, I'm so conflicted. Brooke's whole, confession with the letters and how she really spent her summer to Luke, it's so beautifully acted, and you feel all of that for her, but it's just I really wish they had just stayed away from each other. Oh my god. Because I know what's coming. Oh, this really taints the whole reunion. I mean, I'm glad that Lucas apologized, although I felt like it could have been a little more heartfelt personally, but I just know what's coming. So it just taints the whole thing. I'm like, oh, you should have just stayed away from each other. So yes, this episode ends on a good note. Peyton is gonna go find her birth mom, Ellie, and Lucas and Brooke are reconciling, which, okay, in the moment is nice, but for those of us who know what's coming, it's not so nice. But, so I'm going to take away that Nayli is spending the night together, trying to heal. I know that something else happens, again, I can't remember everything, but it's just I know there's another bump in the road coming, so I'm just going to take it for what it is right now. Now on to my notes about the podcast. Hey everybody, so I just finished the podcast, and let's see. I do agree with everything Brooks said about all of the things she accomplished for her clothesline being so unbelievable on the show. That was pretty unrealistic, but it is cool to see that entrepreneurial spirit. Entrepreneurial spirit. It is a good point that Lucas did, in fact, break into Brooke's apartment. And again, he really had no business forgiving her for something that was none of his business, essentially. I I'm not sure if I really believe the theory or buy into the theories that they had for who Deb was calling. I mean, they could be right, but I honestly can't remember. I don't know though. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see. I kind of feel like Nathan saying his mom was gone is more of a misdirect. I don't know. I can't again remember. I also always maintain that Haley would also know the difference between the kiss, but again, I really do feel like she just wanted to believe it at that time. She was very desperate to believe it, I think. And Hillary did do such a great job between Peyton and Pangel. I think it's amazing that she had to go back and forth. That's a lot of work, so bravo. And I equally didn't understand the closet comment either, so I'm glad I wasn't alone in that. And just my last point, I really, really, really hate the groveling that was done in this episode or any of the episodes with the women, really, because it seemed so uneven and just not really necessary. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the podcast. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.